Well, what if I told you that you guys were like the first group of intuitive stretch to ever experience this live stream on its YouTube channel? That's so exciting. And I consider you to be so effing special. So first and foremost, welcome. Happy Monday. Happy September 30th, 2024. Welcome to the Intuitive Stretch Studio. My name is Ivy Ladone, if we've never met before. And if we have, I miss you. Welcome back. And for those of you who are new here, I just want to open up with saying that there is a community here already, and this community is a safe space. So I would like for you to meet. You're not meeting in person, but you're meeting energetically. So feel free to chat as much as you want throughout the stretch, before, after. Open up. This is a safe space, really. So, this means we're going to talk. We're going to talk about our feelings. We're going to rate our state. We are going to open up our minds. We're going to open up our hearts. And the opportunity is there to do that, for yourself, if you want to. Again, safe space. So there's also no pressure. If you're like, no, thank you, I'd rather just receive. That is okay too. Okay. But what I would like to start off with, though, is go ahead and share your name. It can simply be a nickname. And also how you found out about Intuitive Stretch. What brings you here today? Feel free to share it, because again, we're going to talk a little bit today. So you don't have to participate, but let's get this rolling, because I do love to talk and I love to communicate and talk with you. I don't just like to be the only one, talking. So let us know what your name is, where you're watching. If you're watching from home, in your living room, in your room, if you're from New York, if you are watching this, in California, Miami, wherever, and then how you found this, if it was on Instagram, or if you're part of the Intuitive Stretch community, or if you found this through TikTok or YouTube, that would be really, really cool. And as we start doing this, I'm just going to go ahead and preface what we're expecting today. So Intuitive Stretch is a meditation in motion practice. And what it does is it opens up the space for you to honestly meditate, but with your body moving, so that you're not just sitting there, because sometimes, meditation can be a little bit invasive. It can be a little uncomfortable. It can be a little confusing. We're not all the same way. We're not all built the same way. I'm certainly not someone who can just sit there every single time in moments of silence and just receive. Sure, I can, but sometimes it just doesn't work that way for me. So Intuitive Stretch is a practice where you can move your body passively and incorporate some esoteric tools and practices that are going to open, you up essentially to go inward, and then be able to have that dialogue within. And the dialogue can be back and forth, but it can also be like you're the observer and you're just kind of learning about yourself. Okay. I also want to say that your body holds memory. So muscles, your water is also holds memory. And there's times where you don't really understand maybe why you're stuck in a form of life or in a form of thinking, or perhaps maybe why you feel achy or why you're bothered. Sometimes we wake up and we're bothered, yes, because there's, changes in our mood, but where does that come from, right? It can be a subconscious thing, a programming. It could also be that you are super tight in your hamstrings or your calf or your hips, and you just don't even realize it because you don't have that such a big awareness or that mind and body coherence. So Intuitive Stretch offers all of that: introspection, mind and body coherence, and it also amplifies your heart. I always feel like at the end of Intuitive Stretch, we're all ready to give each other the biggest hug. And opening up the heart is the biggest medicine, the best medicine that anyone can do for themselves, can work with. So let's go ahead and dive into the chat. So first and foremost, welcome Becky, welcome Genesis, welcome Gabby, welcome Fluffy Pancakes, welcome Chris, welcome, who else do we have? Lucecia. I love that. Okay, so Chris E. Chris says, good vibes. Chris, good vibes. You did my reading from Brooklyn in my living room. Okay, amazing. Oh, cool, Chris. Love that. Fluffy pancakes, 1, 2, 3. Do you make fluffy pancakes? Do you? I want some. Watching from Texas, I found through the app Sweat Pals. Amazing, my friend. I'm so glad to have you here, Fluffy Pancakes 1, 2, 3, because the link that was there on the app was taking you to the other live stream, and I planned that out for over a month, but yet today it didn't want to open up. So I was like, all of my people from Sweat Pals, how are you gonna find me? So I'm so glad you're here. Chris E, I wake up bothered. LOL, working on that. Oh my God, you're not a morning person. I hear you. I'm not either. So I need this. Okay, Genesis, an OG student. That's right. Genesis is one of the founding mothers of this class. So Genesis has been here since the conception of this, for real. So has Gabby. Gabby, OG Intuitive, exactly. So has Gabby. So we can go forward at the end with Q&As. And actually, so you know, we're going to do the stretch today, which consists of breath work, rating your state, chakra attunement, of course, the stretch itself, and then Shavasana, right? The relaxation part at the end. And then after the stretch, I'm going to open up for oracle readings. Okay. Now, I usually do these donation based, but because this is my first live stream here, and because we are an intimate group, I actually feel very comfortable with just doing this as a gift from my heart. So no need to donate anything unless you want to. But we will do that at the end. Okay. So if you're looking for a personal reading and you're okay with doing that and sharing that information within this small intimate group, feel free to stay after the stretch and then we will work together. Okay. All right. So we got a couple things here. Okay. So fluffy pancakes, 1, 2, 3. I do not like fluffy pancakes. Oh my God, you're hilarious. I do not like fluffy pancakes. I actually like waffles. It was just the only thing I could think of when I made the username. Oh my God, this is so funny. Amazing. Chris, do we need mats so I can go get mine? So you guys, I would recommend for you to get really cozy. Like this is your stretch. This is your time. This is your self-care. Whatever is going to complement that for you. If it's like pillows on the floor, if it's double matting, if it's like grabbing like a hello Latina problems, a sabana, a sheet, a bed sheet, grab one, right? Like make this your sanctuary, make this your thing. Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna let you guys prepare. Also, one other thing that I do want to share is I love how we're gonna maybe I can do it there. No, I think we're good. Okay, so another thing, talking to myself, another thing that you can do, oh geez, you know this, but for those of you who are trying this for the first time, we are going to smudge. We have a ritual, a practice that we open up with for the stretch. And essentially, we use a smudge stick or we use a sage and we smudge our area and ourselves. And we also have a lighting of the candle, a tea light candle. Now, if you have a candle at home, you can do this for sure. If you have a sage stick, you can do this for sure. In fact, you don't need these things. These are just tools to enhance the experience for you to then a little bit easier come into that 0 point, that center point of neither being super, super excited and super up and neither being super, super down and all worried and right. The goal of intuitive stretch is for you to come back to your center so that you can have that position like on the mountain to say, okay, I see where I'm at. Now this is how I want to move in my life. So that's the goal. All right. But again, you don't need any of those tools. You can just visualize all of that. And I can share, of course. Okay. Gabby says, I got my little cup of tea and sage ready to go. Amazing, you guys. Okay, so if you are ready to start the stretch, go ahead and let me know. The thumbs up. For those of you watching the replay, love that you're here. Enjoy this. And I guess I'll give you guys a little bit of an announcement, but we are going to do this live again 2 weeks from today. So not next Monday, but the following Monday. So let me confirm what date that is for you. I believe that should be the 14th. Maybe. Hello. So let me double check. this live stream will happen again Monday, October 14th. Yes. Okay. All right, you guys. Da-da-da, da-da-da. We're going to close that. We're going to close this one. We're going to open this one. Okay, perfect. No distractions. We're ready to go. I love it. Okay. So, my friends, let's get this party started. Whoa. All right. If you're ready to stretch, let's see those thumbs up. Thumbs up, or you can just be like, woo! Just write anything out. Oh! And to begin our practice, what we do is we open up with a rate your state practice. The rate your state practice is essentially you asking yourself, inquiring within, how am I feeling today? 1 through 5. 1 being like, not really sure how I feel. Actually, I don't even want to look at my phone today. I don't want to look at my text messages. I haven't looked at my text messages. I don't want to talk to anybody. I just kind of want to be in my own zone. Really feeling down today. Don't want to look at anything. In my head a lot. I'm questioning a lot. Very sad, right? That's a 1, we'll say. Or are you feeling like a 5? A 5 is like, I'm invincible. I came here with so much purpose and so much energy, and I can do anything and everything that I put my mind to. So do you see where we're at? 1 or 5. And however you're feeling is completely okay. It's completely okay. It's so that you have better self-awareness of where you really are. Okay. And that could be a 2.7, that could be a 4.5. We do this so that way we can see how to work with our energy going forward. And even if it's the end of the day, we still know how to close up the day, which is very important because how you close the day ultimately prepares you for how you begin anew tomorrow. Okay. So take a moment to check in with yourself and ask, like, how are you feeling? Okay. Fluffy pancakes. Wait. Okay. Yeah, 4. Okay, amazing. So how are you guys feeling? And feel free. Fluffy pancakes. I love this. Look, this is your first time here, and ask the OGs. This is what we do. We talk about this with each other. So feel free to open up to the chat, you guys, and talk about it if you want. How are you feeling? Let us know. Me personally today, in this moment, how am I feeling today? I feel like a 3.8. I feel like today I felt like a 3.8. And let me go ahead and open up to you as to how you can look at that for yourself, okay? For example, 3.8. So 3.8 today for me, emotionally and energetically, because you can look at yourself in 2 different ways. You can say emotionally, I'm feeling like a 2, but I have a lot of energy today. So I'm feeling like a 4. What are you gonna do with all that? Emotionally, you're at a 2, but energetically, you're at a 4, right? Maybe we should look into kickboxing and really working through that energy. So self-awareness, so you know how to conduct yourself. Me personally, 3.8, it's giving like, don't do the most, don't overachieve today. It's not in my energy today to have like accomplished more than what I had to do. And I'm not feeling so emotionally or energetically tired where I have to push myself to do things. I'm just going to make sure that the priorities that are needed today are just going to be met. And I'm not going to do anything more than that. I'm good. Because I know that I'm at a 3.8. See, if I was like at a 4, to be honest with you, I probably would be like, come on, mama, you have the energy for it. You're feeling good. Let's go. Or if I'm at a 2, I'd be like, look, I have these things to do, but realistically, I'm not feeling it. So I'm going to look at the list of things that I have to do, and I'm going to prioritize as to like what is actually necessary right now in order for me to then live my life going forward tomorrow and all that, right? The rest can probably wait till tomorrow. So this is what you do so that you know how to work with your energy, okay? We got Fluffy Pancake saying that they feel like a 4. Caitlin today is feeling like a 2. Gabby says, my body, I'm at a 2 because I need the stretch. LOL. Energetically, though, I feel like a 3. And then Chris is also saying like a 3. Okay, amazing. And if you notice, some of the OGs already kind of like, they can communicate, right? their experience with the numbers. Instead of just kind of putting a number, they can verbalize, like, or separate, right? Like, my body feels this way, my energy feels this way. And that's the goal, is for you to really understand yourself. Amazing. All right, so Chris, Gabby, Genesis, Fluffy Pancakes, Lucecia, Caitlin, my friends, however you're feeling, I want you to be honest and I want you to own it. There's no good, there's no bad. It's just awareness, okay? And I want you to know that there are days to experience, there are days to conquer, there are days to feel, there are days to transform, but every day is different. So however you're feeling right now, it's not going to be forever. Even if you're all the way up here, or even if you're all the way here, it's not going to be forever. And that's kind of the beauty, is having that power to understand that your life is like that, okay? There's nothing wrong with that, and there's nothing wrong with you, okay? All right. With that being said, Intuitive Stretch fam, let's go ahead and begin smudging our space. So if you have your smudge stick, you can go ahead and begin. We're going to go ahead and light our sage. And some of us may already know how to work with sage. Some of us may not. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about, and again, everything that I say, please just take what resonates and leave the rest, because you are also intuitive. There's nothing special about me. I am a guide today, but we are family and we are on this journey together of life. And you are also awakening to your own truths, your own wisdom. Okay, so let me just be kind of like a reminder for you. So the sage works as a musk scent. It connects us to our roots. It connects us to our ancestors. It connects us to nature. And so this scent is a very powerful scent. And it's also the element of air. Okay, when we light this, we combine the elements of fire and air together. We are 71% of water, okay? And we are also earth, our physical being. So we are alchemizing and we are using the elements here to begin this practice, essentially. When you are smudging, you want to set and hold an intention for what you are doing with the smudge stick. So if you are clearing out space and cleansing your area, I'd like for you to start tapping into your third eye, your center point of visualization, your center point of inner guidance, and internally know what it is that you are clearing in your area. If it is in your room, if it is in your living room, wherever you are. And also, you have the option to also cleanse your auric field, your energetic field. So I'm going to give you about a minute. And if you're doing this already, that's perfect. But I'm going to give you about a minute to cleanse your area, cleanse your space in however way you do it and want to do it. We've had all different kinds of intuitives in the past. Some intuitives like to dance while they're smudging. Some intuitives like to incorporate Tai Chi, so like the movement of energetic life force. Some people like to just sit calmly and just kind of have the sage just moving around their auric field. Some people like to get up and move around. However you want to do it is completely okay. So I'm going to give you another 30 seconds to finish wrapping that up. And one thing I will share, though, I don't know if it's TMI, but we're a family. But lately, I've been very, I guess, intrigued, interested, connected to the feet. I know that we're in a big Pisces energy in astrology these days. So perhaps that has a lot to do with it, because Pisces rules the feet. But if you're smudging, which maybe you still are, don't forget about your feet, because your feet, very powerful. part of your body. We can talk about that in a different segment if you're interested, but very powerful. All right. And then when you're ready, we'll go ahead and set our intention. Your intention is what you want to get out of this class. Because some of us come into this and we're like, I don't know what I need. I just know that I need this. I don't know what I'm going to get out of this, but I know that I need this stretch, or I know that I need this self-care moment, or I know that I need to I feel like I need this. Okay, that's enough. That's you listening to your inner guidance. Some of us, we know exactly what we're here for. So what is that? Are you here to let go of a certain program that you have in your mind that you know you've been ready to let go of? Are you here to let go of what you thought something was going to be? Are you here to hope to maybe get the energy to let something go? Because maybe we're not ready, but we just want to be. What is it that you're here for, right? So what is the intention? When you're ready, we'll go ahead and light our candle. If you have a light, go for it. If not, I will share my light. So as we activate and as we light our inner flame, okay, we'll awaken to our inner wisdom, because light is information. When we say in love and in light, or I see the light, it's like information. Light is information. So my intention for us today, my friends, is for us to be ourselves, to let go of any perspective or program that is telling us that we should be a certain way or whatever. I pray and I ask that we just let that go, and that we are vulnerable enough and open enough to trust ourselves, to know what we need for ourselves. Okay? That's my intention for you and for me, for us, because we're doing this together. All right. With that being said, I'm going to put our light to the side. And another thing I want to say is I never turn the light off. Whenever I light a candle, I just let it burn out. Okay? All right. So next part of our intuitive stretch class is the breath work. So when you're ready, we're going to get into a comfortable position for the breath work. You can do this sitting up. You can do this laying down. If anything, I recommend that you do it in a position that you know you're going to be really comfortable in. Okay? Now, if you notice, a lot of breath work is done sitting up, and that is because I want to say the word geometrically. I don't know if that's the correct word, but anatomically, geometrically, the positioning of your body in this way, there's a different functionality than there is when you're laying down. And I just got a chill in the back of my neck. So there's like more confirmation there. I know that there's science behind that, but like, I don't know, spirit, my ancestors are like, yeah, whatever. So I still get chills. So yeah, so if you can sit up, but if you prefer to lay down, that's okay too. All right, so when you're ready, get into a comfortable position. Reminding you that this is a safe space. And as long as you have you are good, baby. Okay, you will always be good. So let's bring our shoulders, if you're sitting up, over our ribs. And let's bring our ribs over our hips. So instead of hunching our back, sit up nice and tall. You can cross your ankles. You can let the feet out. We'll start to close our eyes. And if you're having a difficult time closing your eyes, you can just look to the tip of your nose, or you can look down at the floor. And instead of just finding your breath, just be natural. Start to listen to your heart rate or heartbeat or your breath work rate. So how shallow is the breath? How deep is the breath? Just connecting with yourself in this moment. And what we're going to do is we're going to take an inhale for 4 counts. We're going to hold our inhale for 7. And then we're going to take the deepest exhales for 8 counts. And we're going to do this in 3 rounds. Okay? All right. Let us begin. Let's take a big inhale for 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Once again, big inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it at the top for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. Big inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it at the top for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continuing your breath work at your own pace, keeping your eyes closed. I'd like for you to bring your awareness to the bottom of your spine, at the bottom of your pelvis. This is the root chakra center point, the very, very base of your spine. And this energy center point is a red hue color. You want to bring in that red hue color through your mind's eye. And this center point at the bottom of your spine is connected to your ancestors. It's also connected to your sense of security. How secure you feel in your body, in your life. Big inhale, big exhale, release. Moving upwards through the spine, 2 inches above and 2 inches below your belly button is your sacral energy, where the womb is for the woman. And for all of us, it's 2 inches below your belly button. This area is the sacral energy. The sacral energy center point is an orange hue color. If you want to bring that orange color into your mind's eye. And this center point deals with your sexuality, with your life force, with your emotional intelligence, with how you process your emotions, and also your creativity. Not creativity on an artistic level, but your connection to your very life force, which is how you create in this reality, either through birthing an actual human or through birthing new things, new projects, new ideas. Inhale, exhale. Moving upwards through the spine, 2 inches above the belly button is the center of your solar plexus, in the pit of your stomach, where the gut is, where you get that feeling as to where you should go or not. This center point is a yellow hue color, and this center point deals with the spectrum of fear or courage. Are you fighting for the things that you believe in with courage? Are you stepping forward in courage? Or are you holding yourself back because of fear? Inhale, exhale, release. Moving upward through the spine, we'll move to the heart chakra. And the heart chakra is located in the center part of your chest. This is a green hue color. And the heart chakra deals with your deepest sense of joy, your most authentic joy. It is a powerful center point, as it is also a brain of its own. Inhale, exhale. Moving upwards through the chakras, we'll meet at the throat chakra. And the throat chakra is at the center of your throat, and this hue color is blue, about a light blue color. And although this is the throat chakra and it deals with communication, it is also about your form of expression. So it is not just about how you talk or how you communicate or how you listen to others, but it's also about how you listen to yourself. How honest are you with yourself? Do you really know yourself? And if you are expressing yourself, how authentic is that expression to your very honest nature, your real self? Inhale, exhale. Moving upwards through the chakras, we'll meet at the third eye. The third eye is located in between your eyebrows, right in the center of your forehead, and this is connected to your actual organ of the pineal gland. The third eye is about your inner guidance, and this is an indigo color. It's a combination of purple and blue, mostly deep purple, deep blue. And this is about your inner guidance. Your inner guidance is the part of you that you lean into as to move forward in your life, to manifest, to bring the things in that you desire. How clear is that vision for yourself? Can you see it? Can you guide yourself? Inhale, exhale. And as we move all the way to the top of your head, 2 inches above your scalp, you'll find the crown chakra. The crown chakra is a white, sometimes gold color. And this center point is about transcendence. It is about the veil. It is about your spirituality. It is about your connection to above and beyond this realm. It is your ability to have understanding or understanding of the cosmic nature of this reality. And it is also very much connected to your soul and to your spirit. Take a big inhale, big exhale. And let's go ahead and visualize all of those chakras moving in color and keeping those eyes closed, keeping your breath work. We're going to go ahead and call upon our ancestors of love and light to be with us during this practice, this introspective practice. To call upon our ancestors of love and of light to be with us as we dive into this introspective practice we call intuitive stretch. May the thoughts, may the visions, may the feelings that come forward for us today be of the highest love and light, and may they guide us into our most aligned experience of this reality. May we integrate, may we transmute, may we expand, may we elevate, and most importantly, may we become closer to our true nature, our heart. Thank you. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Amazing. Take an inhale, exhale. You can slowly start to open your eyes. You can also keep them closed if that feels better. Just got chills on my right side here, and I can see someone laying down. I don't know who it is, but I can, in my third eye, I can see someone laying down. I think even with covers, that would be so nice. So in the next part of our class, we are going to open up for an oracle reading. And the cool thing about the oracle reading, as the OGs know, is that this only pertains to us. No one else. So the messages that are going to come forward are specifically for us here today. This is not for the world. This is, and if you're watching the replay, then this is for you because you chose to be here. But this isn't for, we're not praying for anybody. We're not inquiring for, anyone else. Just for you though, who's here. So because I believe in the quantum nature of this reality. I believe that energy is very potent, especially when we're doing things that are live. So let's go ahead and set your intention with the oracle, okay? I know we're going to open up for oracle readings at the end of this, but even so, once we're here, right? We're already here. Open up your heart, open up your mind. Is there something in your mind, right? What is it that you'd like to hear about? Because the oracle of the 7 energies, this is the deck that I work with, you guys. And this deck is pertaining to your chakras. And your chakras are your energetic forces and center points that make up you energetically. And each chakra center point is correlated to a theme of your life. So whatever messages come forward, it's to say that we're working on this as a collective here today. Okay. There were literally 20 people signed up for this class. And out of the 20 people, as many as whoever signed up, this is right who's here today. So it's special. So let's do this. All right. Highest vibrational messages for the intuitive stretch community here on this live stream today, September 30th, 2024, and those watching the replay. What is the highest vibrational message for us today, or messages? Thank you so much for these messages, Spirit. All right. What should we know? What are we working through? What are we transforming together as a collective? All right, friends, let's do this. You're so welcome, Chris. Oh my gosh, Caitlin, definitely laying in my comfy blanket. Okay, that's what I saw. Yeah, I saw that. I literally saw that. And I saw dim. I don't know if you have the lights dim, but I'm seeing that. Oh, I just got chills. Okay. Highest vibrational messages for the collective here at Intuitive Stretch. What is it that we are transforming as a collective here? What should we look into for better clarity as to how we're moving forward, how we're transforming? What is the chakra center point that we need to look at today as a collective? Thank you for your messages, Spirit. Ooh. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go now. I'm so happy to be here to do this again. I've missed you guys so much. I've missed this practice. All right. Whoa. Hello. Any other messages that want to come out for us today as a collective? Okay. Any other messages that want to come out? Okay. All right. I'm going to do one more shuffle because I did feel like perhaps we should do one more. But just so you know, bottom of the deck here is body and soul. Body and soul is a root chakra card. I'm not going to take it out, but I will just share about it. You have two cards, by the way, that just came out. I'm not touching them yet. One came up very clear as day. The other one's hiding. So it's like there's something that's conscious to us. And then there's another thing that's not so conscious for us, meaning at the forefront of our information, of our knowledge, because there's one card that came down. So we'll talk about that. Any other messages that want to come out for us today as a collective? Okay. Yes, I knew it. Ooh, I just got chills again. Please stop. Any other messages? All right. Okay, that felt pretty good. All right. So 2 cards are up. 1 card is down. 2 cards that are up, I'm just gonna kind of give you a little peep show. And then the one that came in the upside down. So in total, we have 3 cards here, and then the bottom of the deck. So let's go ahead and take a look. All right, take what resonates, and whatever doesn't, kick it to the curb. All right, first card I'm going to show you, and I'm showing this to you in the order that they came out. So the first card that came out for us today is number 22, Tender Embrace. Tender Embrace. Woohoo! All right, so we got 2s across the board. Numerology, I take everything literal when we open up for a reading because we're opening up to the quantum. So 2-2, number 2 in numerology is about partnership. And I want to remind you that partnership, right now we're thinking about partnership and we're like, okay, like, oh my God, my soulmate, oh my gosh, like relationship, oh my God, like, sure, that can be it because that's what we live, that's what we see. Partnership. We forget that partnering with ourselves is actually something too. So the reason why I'm bringing that up is because the bandwidth that you have for partnering up with other people is just a reflection of your bandwidth of partnering with yourself. Like, how deep is your love for yourself? I don't know why that wanted to come out, but how deep is your love for yourself? And then that will be reflected back to you, right, in your partnerships, or if you have one, or lack of, etc. Tender Embrace, though, and by the way, 2 and 2, so double. That's amplified, and then it comes into a 4. 4 is a foundational number, so we're talking about partnership. We're talking about foundation. This card already is giving energies of like something is being laid out for us. I'm going to talk like that because this is a collective reading for all of us here. Okay. Something about this card is already saying that there is something being laid out. And when I'm just getting chills, this has to stop. Like, I'm getting so many chills in this reading today or this class today, and it's not usually like that, but I don't know if someone's ancestors here just tapping my shoulders today a lot. But essentially, something is being laid out for us that is new, and it has to do with partnering. So it can be partnering up with, obviously, when you partner up with someone, you're partnering up with yourself as well. So I'm not going to get so esoteric right now. I'm just going to tell you from an external point of view. But something is being laid out for us new to partner with. And the thing with that, though, my friends, is that the lesson or the reading here is saying, like, that is going to be a spiritual lesson for us because it is a matter of opening up ourselves to receive. Like, it's saying you're going to be getting some love, you're going to be getting opportunities, you're going to be getting an opportunity to find connection somehow, either through family or through friendship or through romantic endeavors. And this whole thing is saying, like, this is actually a practice for you to check your bandwidth of love, of receptivity, of how much you can receive. Because sometimes we want something, but sometimes, like, do you really know if you're capable of receiving it? Like, your mind might be telling you, like, I want this. Or your heart. That's what I got right now. Your heart may be wanting it, but your programming in your mind doesn't believe that. And you don't even know that. You're just like, I want it, but, like, why doesn't it come to me? Why isn't it here? So this card is kind of saying, like, tender embrace. Like, what is to come for us right now from this moment going forward is there's something being planted, something new regarding that intimacy, regarding you being open to receiving love, partnership. So this is saying tender embrace, sweet embrace, be kind embrace. This isn't like, oh my God, I'm going to a buffet, grab it all. Like, no, this is saying, like, be gentle, be thoughtful, and open yourself up to receive this partnering. Okay. There's more messages. So remember this. Second card I'm showing you is the one that was upside down. So this card was upright. This card is saying you have some awareness that perhaps you're working on partnership stuff, either with an actual, like, intimate partner, or with, like, a business, or with your own projects and your own things on how to, like, do stuff and get stuff done and be there for yourself. Or, it could be so many different things. That's kind of at your forefront. Now, the second card that comes forward, and this is a third eye card. This one came in the, it was hidden, right? And this card is the third eye card. So this is to say, like, this may not be so overt. This may not be so, like, in our attention. This might not be so, like, okay, yeah, I get this. Like, we might have to go a little bit deeper to understand what I'm going to say right now. You might have to be a little bit more open-minded to receive this a little bit because it's not so aware. You're not so aware of what's going on with this, right? So number 38 is the second card that I'm going to show you, and this is Endless Possibilities, and this is a third eye card. 3 and 8. Sorry, I'm not a math person. 1, 2, 3. That's an 11. And 11 is, in numerology, you don't put those two together. You just keep the pillars. 11 is about, like, graduation. It's like master number. It's like initiation, like I said, but it's more like, I want to say, like, a new level. Like, you've reached a new level. And so the third eye here is about you actually, oh my gosh, this experience, whatever this is for you or whatever is happening coming forward, about you opening up, the more you open up and receive, that's going to actually have an effect on your third eye. That's going to have an effect on how you then see yourself, see your life, and how it unfolds. You see? Because when you start to open this up, which is a heart chakra, this is the heart chakra card, this starts to open up. And because this opens up, your self-efficacy Your self-love, it doesn't hold boundaries. It's like, I love, I receive. Yes, this is so great. This is so beautiful. The birds are chirping, the leaves are green, everything is. And so then what happens is, bloop, 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 that energy continues to rise. And it rises to the third eye. And the third eye, what it does, it goes, boom, and it allows you to see. And you're like, oh, yeah. Oh, my God. There's so many ways I can go about this. I can go that way. I can do that. I'm not stuck. So this is about, and I don't know if any of you have been feeling stuck. I don't know why I said that. But this is suggestive that it's like, if you just, the more you embrace your now moment, the more you embrace partnering up with life, with spirit, the more you partner up with yourself, you trust yourself, you embrace this time frame, you embrace things with love, and you're tender about it, the more you open up your vision of what you're capable of doing. You see? And like I said before, the heart is a brain. So if you are trying to protect this part of you and you're trying to say like, I'm going to be a tough person, I'm not going to let anybody in, I'm not going to, what? The more you do that, the more you are limiting your ability to see. And I just got chills again. The more you're blocking yourself from not being able to pull things that you actually want in, because this is not operating at the highest level. Woo! Okay. The last card I'm showing you here is number 17, the storyteller. 1 and 7 is an 8. 8, oh man, let's all do the number 8. Right? What is that? What is that even? What's that symbol? It's the infinity symbol. So number 8, in my opinion, is about the past, the future, and the now. And how beautiful is it that the card that comes forward with that number 8 is the storyteller? Because the stories can talk about the past, the present, or the future. But this is suggested that you are the storyteller. And I love how this is the third card that came out when I asked if there's any other cards that want to come out. Because the story here, my friends, for us is that, hey, intuitive, start to embrace your moment. Stop rejecting your life because it doesn't look like a certain way. Stop rejecting scenarios because they just don't align in your mind. This is kind of saying like, this is your life. This is your story. This is part of it. This is part of your journey. And embracing it is only going to make you actually the game player. And you're going to be playing the game a lot better versus being like, no. I don't want to do that. Actually, no, take the journey, embrace it. Because as you start to embrace it, then you're really like allowing yourself to see where you're at, experience where you're at. And that then opens up more possibilities for where you want to go and how you want to do things, how you want to behave, how you want to experience things. And because you do that, because that opens up the third eye of vision, guess what? It contributes to you, pen and paper. Okay, so now that I can see all of these endless possibilities because I decided to embrace my now moment, embrace this scenario, embrace this relationship, embrace this partnership, embrace this, now I can see more. And because I can see more now, opportunities, I realize like I have the pen in my hand. I can draw my future out. And now I can see my future and how many ways it can play out. So now I want to write it this way. Yes. And I also want to say that the storyteller is about you rewriting like your story. So it doesn't matter where you're at right now. It doesn't even matter what you did because what you did got you here and then here you are. So it's to say like, okay, now that you're here, let's have all of this awareness and let's move forward with that awareness and move forward empowered, knowing that like you can always rewrite your story. You can always start from scratch. You can always burn the book and get another book and start from the beginning. There's no end. This is the beginning. It's always a beginning. Every single day that you wake up is a new day, literally. Okay. So last thing I will share before we stretch. Last card at the bottom of the deck is number 47. And this is a crown chakra. So the crown chakra is located at the top. And I think it's beautiful that this is the heart chakra right here. This is the third eye right here. This is the solar plexus right here in the pit of the stomach. Remember, the solar plexus is about your fear or your courage. Do you have fear when you're writing your story out? Are you not even writing your story? Are you just living your day-to-day life? And then your day-to-day life, you're living it in kind of like fear, not really with courage. You're kind of just like, and then the story is being written as you're living like that, right? Solar plexus energy. And then the final card here at the bottom of the deck, which is the overall sum energy, all of this is giving opportunities for you to activate your crown. Sacred reverence is, look at the key. Look at the key. Look at the heart. Oh my God. I'm laughing because I didn't even realize it. But this has a heart. It has two hearts. It has two hearts. And we were just talking about that, about how it's the heart that we're actually all working on right now, about embracing our now moment, opening up your heart to this now moment. The key is in your heart. This is a crown chakra, and this is even giving you the answers of like, yes, we're a crown chakra card, but the answer and the key is in your heart. The key to unlocking, the key to unlocking, the key to unlocking, right here, the heart. And the more that you open and receive, and it's not easy, but the more that you do that, the more you start to unlock and unblock. Wow. That's going to give back to your spirituality, your reverence and your respect. Reverence is respect for and sacred. So it's like very holy, very special, and not religious. This is very holy, but very special, very sacred energy for you that you have with this reality, this life that you're working with, that you're playing with, that you're living in. Okay. Wow. All right. So those are the messages for us today, the collective. Basically, open up your heart, embrace this now moment. Do not feel like you're stuck. You're not stuck. You're just not letting go. And that's up to you to decide whether you want to or whether you don't want to. The key is in your hands. It's actually in your heart. All right. With that being said, let's go ahead and stretch, my friends. From the group chat, we have Chris E. Wow, that was great. Ivy, thank you. Caitlin, I'm definitely laying in my comfy blanket, like she said. Arissa Podrasa, welcome. I just joined. Can someone catch me up, please? Yes, of course. Arissa, I'm so glad that you made it, my friend. And then Gabs, Brooklyn 10G04 says, we're getting a breakdown of the cards that were pulled for the collective. Can just get cozy and listen. I love that. Okay, moderator, giddy girl. All right, my friends, let's go ahead and stretch. I'm going to take this off because it gets in the way. Let's do this. All right. So when you're ready, you'll go ahead and sit up nice and tall. We are going to take a seat now because we're going to stretch. And the first thing I want you to do is bring, oh, hello, YouTube. I'm like, which leg should I do first? Anyways, all right. Right leg in front. I don't know if it switches or swaps. This is my right hand. Is this your right hand? Is this your left hand? I think this is your right hand. Let me know. This is awesome. This is the first time. This is what we get for doing live streams on YouTube for the first time. Let me know. Amazing, Chris. Rissa, awesome. Let me know. This is my right hand, okay? Let me know if my right hand is your left or your right. Go. You're correct. Okay. Okay, so it is. Oh, awesome. Thank you for that clarity. Okay. It's okay. Not me being in this position for 10 years now, flipping it. So you're going to place your right leg in front. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Make sure the shoulders are over the ribs are over the hips. Beautiful. First thing we're going to do is head rolls. Hands on the knees. You're going to bring your chin down to your chest. And then you're going to roll your head around to the right side. Nice and slow. And see if you can keep your shoulders dropped as you sit up nice and tall. So instead of bringing your shoulders up to roll around, keep them dropped. And just think about drawing a big circle with the crown of your head. So it's like you had a crayon at the top of your head and you were drawing the biggest circle. Nice. And then after you do that maybe 2 or 3 times, you'll do the same thing to the other side. And if there's any aches or any pain, you can also just take that as a note. Notice where you have any soreness, any tightness. This is how you communicate with your body, is you do this, you move your body, and your body will tell you, ooh, ah, ouch, yes, no. And then after those 3 circles, you'll come back to center. We'll go ahead and twist our body to the right side. So keeping the legs crossed, you're gonna go ahead and place your left hand on top of your right knee, and then your right hand behind your back. Big twist to the right side, big exhale to twist, inhale to lengthen the spine. See if you can take a look past your shoulder. Good, you'll hold it for 4 seconds, for 3, for 2. Nice, stay right there. Keep the hand on the knee. We're gonna go ahead and just lean the body over. And you wanna bring your left shoulder to your left knee. Keep the right arm in back and see if you can relax your head while you're here. We're gonna take 2 inhales, 2 exhales. Nice. Notice that my hip is still on the floor. Last exhale. Nice. Roll it up. Beautiful. We'll try the same thing to the other side. This time, left hand, or right hand, I should say, on the left knee, and the other arm in back. Nice big twist to the left side. See if you can take a look over your shoulder. Nice. One more inhale, exhale. Beautiful. And then you'll come back, keep the hand on the knee, take a nice little side bend to the opposite side. And you'll go ahead and start to feel that stretch in your obliques. Keep the hand behind the back, and then see if you can relax your neck and your head just a little bit more. Nice. You'll really feel that stretch in your obliques and your sides. Keep the opposite hip down to the floor for 3 seconds. For 2. For 1. Carefully anchor your hips. Slowly roll it up. Very nice. All right, we'll go ahead and switch legs here. Nice, and then we'll start to roll the upper body, the torso around. So see if you can keep your butt bones on the mat or on the floor. And then all you're doing is rolling the upper half of your body around. You can close your eyes throughout the entire stretch. You don't even have to look at the screen the entire time. You can close your eyes and just maybe listen for cues. My intention for you is for you to like feel like you're held in the stretch, and that it can feel really good for your body and your heart. Good. Now go ahead and reverse it. Big, big stretch. Sometimes I like to hold on to my knees as I go to the back, so that way I can get a really rounded position. Bring your chest forward. Very nice. Good. Excellent job, you guys. All right. So we're going to go ahead and open up our right leg. Beautiful. Keep the left foot into the groin. Sit up nice and tall. Now, if for whatever reason this feels uncomfortable and you're a little bit tight here, you're going to bring your leg a little more forward until that your shoulders are over your hips. Okay? Awesome. Sitting up nice and tall. Bring the arms out through the sides. Beautiful. Take a big stretch up and over. Nice. Okay, so we've got 3 inhales and exhales in this position. If you're already feeling it here, my friends, you're going to wait right there. Take a nice little breath. Now, if you're not feeling it as much, bring the arm overhead. Woo! It's almost like you want to touch those toes. Touch it, touch it. Most importantly, you don't want to do this. So you want to open up your chest, keep the arm up. A second option is to also bring the arm behind the back and just lay here for 1 more inhale, 1 more exhale. Woo, you should be feeling it. Right on the side. Good. For 3 seconds, you got this. For 2. For 1, anchor this opposite hip. Push the floor or your shin away with your right hand to help you sit up nice and tall. Hello? Let's try the other side. I felt that one. Good. Same thing here. Big, big, big stretch. See if you can point the toes of the right foot so that there's big, long energy. Good. Last big inhale breath. Nice. Let's come back to center. Now we're going to keep this position. The only thing we're going to do is flex the foot. We're going to square our shoulders to the right leg, and we're going to walk our hands forward. Now, if you're like, girl, ouch, I know, we're stretching. So don't go as far as it hurts. I want you to go as far as you can connect with your body and say, okay, I definitely feel the stretch here. And wherever that is, I want you to pause. I want you to get into your body. Keep the gaze towards the toes or the knee. And I want you to take 3 deep inhales, 3 deep exhales. One of my favorite things I've learned at Intuitive Stretch, to be honest with you guys, is not caring about how I sound with my breath, like with other people. Your breath is going to help you so much when you stretch. So if you are in a tight position and you're like, oh my goodness, boy, girl, you better breathe it out. Big inhale, and then open your mouth. There are times where I stretch and I promise you, like the breath that comes out is as if like I was trying to calm myself before like a fight. And I'm just like, I'm just stretching. And it's just because the muscles are extremely tight and I'm honestly holding on to a lot of things emotionally. So work with your breath. Last inhale, exhale here. See if you can get a little lower for 3 seconds. For 2 and 1. Excellent. Come back up. Open up this leg first. Oh. All right. Let's do the other side. Right leg comes in. Sit up nice and tall. Same thing on this side. Remember, if you're like this, you're going to want to just bring it in a little bit more, okay? Nice and tall. Bring the arms out. Let's take a big stretch into the leg. You got 2 options here. You can keep your arm where it is, reaching the toes, or you can bring your arm behind your back. Either way, take those inhales and exhales. See if you can relax your head a little more. Beautiful. And throughout the stretch, whatever comes up for you, if that's emotions, if that's a memory, if it's a conversation with someone that you had, take all of this experience that you're having internally as like a journal. Because these are the things that are moving in your body, in your mind. So it's not to say like, oh, let me escape that. Let me forget about it. Why am I thinking about that? No. It is what it is. This is who you are. So you're just jotting down notes. Oh. Good. Carefully anchor your hips. Come back to center. Take the arms out. Try the other side. Ooh. And of course, if you ever see me do a stretch and you're like, I can't go all the way down like that, for example, on the elbows, you can always just place your hands, okay? You always do you. Let's point the toes on the opposite side. Big energy, oppositional energy. So energy's out through the fingers, energy's out through the toes. For 3, for 2, and 1. Last stretch here. Come back to center. Flex the foot, square the shoulders to that left side. Walk the hands forward. Here we go. 3 big inhales, 3 big exhales. You got this, team. See if you can relax the shoulders, especially that right arm, okay? You're going to want to reach forward because it wants to come back. See if you can relax the head a little more. Good. Last 2 inhales and exhales. You got this, team. For 3, 2, and 1. Carefully walk the hands in, roll it up. Excellent job. Take both legs out to the corners of your mat. And if you don't have a mat, that's okay. You're just opening up the legs. But as always, if you find yourself in this position like this, you're going to want to extend your legs. You're going to want to bring them closer. And as you sit up nice and tall, this is the proper quality position, okay? And then you, with time, start to open up. All right, here we go. Bring those arms out. Here we go. Let's do a quick stretch to each side in this position. Keep the toes pointed to the ceiling for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Carefully come back up. Try the other side right away. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Square the shoulders to that first side. Same thing here. Walk the arms forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk the hands in, roll it up. That is last. Square the shoulders to the other side. Walk the hands forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk the hands in, roll it up. Excellent job. All right, here you go. Moment of truth. Hands in front. All right. It's funny that we have fluffy pancakes here today because we are going to do something that I call pancake. So hands in front, you're going to bend your elbows, bring your heart towards the ground, and then you're going to drop your head, chin into the chest, and then you're going to push away from the floor. And then you're going to come back up. Let's try that again. Bend your arms like you're doing a push-up. Keep the chest close to the floor. Then the chin comes in. And then you push away. Head is last. Nice. See if you can relax your legs. Let's do that one more time. Bringing yourself forward. Think about bringing your belly button down to the floor. Ooh. Nice. And then roll it up. Excellent. Okay. Now, let's do the same thing in the reversal. So instead of going out first, you're going to dive inward. So chin in, head rolls in, and you're going to snake through. So head comes down as low as you can, head comes up, and you snake it up. Nice. Let's do that 2 more times at your own pace. Go for it. Nice. See if you can take an inhale as you dive into the floor. Exhale as you come up. So ready? Inhale as you go down. And exhale as you come up. Excellent job, team. When you're finished, come back up to center. Bring the soles of the feet together. And this is our last stretch sitting on our seat before we change it up. So butterfly position, hands are on the ankles, sitting up nice and tall. And as always, no hunched backs. If this is happening, you're going to want to bring your feet farther out until you make your way up to a long spine. Hands on the ankles, and let's go ahead and flap our wings. Flap, flap, flap. Go, butterflies. Nice job. So we're warming up the hips. They're waking up. Maybe you might feel this in your lower back. Okay. Now pause the flapping. Bring the arms behind the back. And I want you to hang out here for 4 deep breaths. Okay. Now what we do here is we open up the hips by allowing the knees and the weight of the legs to open up our inner thighs and our hips. Okay. So 4 deep inhales, 4 deep exhales. Feel free to open up the chest and take a look up to the ceiling. If this becomes a little painful, you can always just carefully close the knees and come right back to that position, okay? Let's try to hold it though, because all we're doing is 4 deep breaths. You should be on your 3rd one now. Good. How about 1 more? Releasing, releasing, no tension in the hips, knowing that the stretch is happening for you. Very good. Carefully walk everything inward. You can place the hands outside of the knees, help them up, bring everything into the chest, give yourself a hug. Squeeze yourself. Hey. When's the last time you told yourself that you love you? When's the last time? Nice. See if you can find your balance, roll your ankles out. Yeah, hug yourself. Or I will do it for you. All right. Cross the ankles, come onto the tabletop position. All right. So hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. We're going to go into a cat-cow series. Excuse me. Hello, throat chakra. So if you have never done yoga before, then this may be new, but if you have, you know what we're doing. Essentially, you're going to go ahead and lift your head. You're going to arch your back and lift your seat as high as you can. Open up the chest. Take a big inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring everything inward. forehead, pelvis, everything. We're going to do that 4 times. And I'd like for you to move at your own pace. So don't look at the screen. I want you to close your eyes, get into your body, listen to your pace. However you feel you need to move at whatever rate, that is the correct pace. And if this were an in-person class, I would say, let me hear that breath, team. Come on. Big inhales, big exhales. Let it out, let it out. Good. When you're ready, you're going to come back to center. We're going to do 2 body rolls to the right, 2 body rolls to the left. Head and hips follow each other in the same direction. Nice. Make sure that you reverse it once you do it 2 times to one side. Very nice job, everybody. When you're finished, come back to center. Bring your seat towards your heels. Reach the arms out. Child's pose. Catch your breath. Nice job, everybody. All right. So let's get deeper into our stretch. So from this position, you're going to bring one foot in front. Let's bring our right leg if we're all together. And if you notice, my hips are still over my knees. One hand on the floor, right hand on the knee. We're going to start to roll into circles with the hips. So if your hips were crayons or markers, you would be drawing big circles. Good. After 2 or 3 circles, go ahead and reverse it. Very nice. And then you'll come back to center. We're going to go ahead and come to kind of like a sit-up position and take a look at the hips. You're going to go ahead and tuck your hips under and then arch the back. So what you're doing here is tucking your hips underneath. You're going to feel it in this opening hip section, and then you're going to release it. Try it a couple more times. Tuck the hips and release. Nice. You should be feeling it in that side. One more time. Beautiful. Then release. Nice job. Both hands on the thighs. You're going to wiggle your foot forward just a bit. And you're going to start to shift your hips forward as deep as you can or as deep as you'd like. Nice and gently. Once you get to your deepest part, take an inhale, exhale. Go ahead and shift your hips back. Stay low. Lengthen your front leg as much as you can. Even if the front leg is slightly bent, my friends, that's okay. Remember that this is a stretch. We're not doing anything this is not a flexibility contest. We're just stretching. So the goal here is to eventually lengthen the leg. But if you're like this, that's okay. You're working your way towards a full extension. So flex the foot, lift the toes, one hand on each side. See if you can relax the shoulders a little more. Drop the head. Good. Let's go ahead and stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Once again, shift it forward. Shift those hips forward, long spine. Nice. Think about this opposite hip coming down to the floor. Now while you're here, see if you can lift the head. Ooh-wee, I feel that. Good. For 4, 3, 2. Once again, shift it back nice and slowly. Same thing here. Lengthen the front leg, lift the toes, one hand on each side of the leg. See if you can relax the shoulders. Last time. For 3, 2, And one. Shift it forward. One last time. This time as deep as you can. Optional to come down to one elbow. Nice. Now, if that's too deep for you, you can keep your hands on your mat or on the floor. Keep your gaze between your hands and you can bend and extend your elbows for a stretch. Good. Let's hold it here for 4 seconds. Really feel the stretch. For 3, for 2, and 1. Carefully shift it back. We'll bring both knees in together. And when you're ready, child's pose. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. I'm just coming up close to tell you beautiful job. All right. Let's try the other side. Okay. Ready? So left leg in front this time. Woo! One hand on the floor, other hand on your thigh, and then we'll start to rotate the hips. Big circles. Ooh. Also want to tell you that sometimes one side is a lot tighter than the other. Sometimes both are equal, but I would say usually there's always one side that's a little more dominant. So that side will be a little tighter. It's different for everybody. Make sure that you reverse the circles. And also I'm checking in on you and in your heart and your brain, your mind. Where's your heart at throughout the stretch? Where's your mind at? What's been coming up? All right, when you're ready, come up to a seated position or standing up, half standing up position. Sit up, right? We're going to go ahead and tuck the hips underneath. So tuck the hips under and then release the hips back. Arch the back. Tuck the hips under and then release it back. So this is a nice stretch for the hip right here. Tuck the hips under. Good, and release. Last time. Tuck the hips under. Nice job. Woo! Felt that one. And release. Carefully wiggle the toes forward. And then when you're ready, maybe 2 hands on the thighs. And then you'll go ahead and shift it forward very slowly. Maybe 1 hand on the floor, 1 hand on the thigh. See how this feels for you. Remember, this is a stretch. So you're stretching your body. You're stretching also your resilience, your patience with yourself, right? All of that stuff. Good. And go ahead and shift it back, lengthening the front leg. And as I said before, even if it's slightly bent, that's okay. You're working towards a full extension. Lift the toes, 1 hand on each side of the leg. Relax the shoulders, relax the head. Good, we got 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shifting it forward once again. So each time you come forward, it's almost like you want to deepen the stretch a little more. Good. Optional to look up to the ceiling or bring your head up. For 3, for 2, for 1. Shift it back. Now, I want to say this because I'm a very esoteric person, and I think that if you're an intuitive stretch member, then you appreciate these conversations. So I was doing research the other day and putting all of the research I've been doing together. The hips are ruled by Jupiter, by Sagittarius energy. Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system, and Jupiter is about expansion. Expansion. So I have been having a tight left hip recently. Go ahead and shift it forward once again, last time. And I inquired within because I was like, what is the message with a tight left hip? The left side of your body is the feminine archetype energy, and the right side is the more masculine energy. The hips are ruled by Jupiter, expansion, travel, philosophy, belief system. So I was like, what is it about my beliefs in my feminine energy that I'm not allowing to expand? We'll talk about that in a different segment. Okay, lengthen the front leg one last time. Relax the shoulders. And if you're interested in those kind of topics, my friends, like feel free to, let us know. Let me know. I would love to share more information. Would also continue, to create content, create videos pertaining to this kind of topic. All right, when you're ready, bring your knees in together, child's pose. Woo. All right, staying right there in your child's pose. And if you're in your child's pose, I want you to feel the connection of your thighs with your stomach. Like, see how close you can get into that position, into that cradle position, child's pose position. All right, so our last stretch for tonight, also your deepest stretch, okay? This is a very big hip opener. There are different degrees of this. Watch first or join me if you know what we're doing. So I'm going to do it from this angle so you can see the proportions of it. But essentially from this position, you're going to start to open up your knees to the sides. Nice. Now, when you're ready, you're going to go ahead and make sure that your feet are not touching, but that they're separate, and that your hips are completely aligned with your knees. For example, if you are too far here, notice how the knees are past my hips. See? And if you're too far back, still not the same. Hips, knees. Yes? So you want to make sure that you're in alignment, and you've got 3 different levels. Level 1, hands on the floor. Level 2, elbows. Level 3, chest. Right? Pick your level. Remember, there's no judgment. Should not be any judgment on yourself, because this is just a stretch for what you need. This is a big hip stretch opener. We're going to take 8 deep breaths here. Take your time, get into your body, allow whatever needs to be released from your hips, from your inner thighs, from your sacral energy. Let it go. Here we go, my friends. 8 deep breaths. You got this. Nice. And remember what I said about breathing. So even if you have to take those big inhales, no apologies. Release, release, release. Beautiful, beautiful work. Nice. You've got another 4 deep breaths and you are done. Let's do it. Big inhale, big exhale. Good. Last 3. Last 2. And your very, very last one. Make it a good one. Go for it. Very nice. When you are ready to come out, hands on the mat. Help yourself up. Carefully bring the knees in together super slowly. You'll bring your knees into your chest, child's pose. Hold everything nice and tight. Beautiful job, my friends. When you're ready, you can come out of that. You're going to take a seat. Okay. You're going to place your feet in front, hip width apart parallel. Place the hands underneath your thighs. You're going to round your spine. And then you're going to carefully bring yourself all the way down to your mat. Once you are here, You can go ahead, grab a pillow, grab your cover, bed sheet, whatever it is that you'd like. And you're going to go ahead and just relax. And I'm going to guide you through a Shavasana meditation. Place the hands to your sides. Keep the palms lifted. Keep the gaze inward. Close your eyes. And while you are down there, I'd love to help you relax. So let's go ahead and get into our relaxed Shavasana. Take a big inhale, big exhale. Drop the body onto earth. Notice how your body is being carried right now. Shift the perspective. So you're being supported right now. Instead of just falling into a black hole, right? You're being lifted right now. You're being supported by the ground that you are on. So allow yourself to be held. There is nowhere else that you need to be right now, but here. You are safe. Taking those big inhales and exhales. I'd like for you to relax your shoulders. Relax your eyes. Relax your tongue. Relax your hips. Relax your fingers. Relax your legs. And I'd like for you to visualize yourself walking into a room. You walk into a room, and as you walk into this room, I'd like for you to visualize what this room looks like for you. What color is it? What pieces are there, if there are any? Are there any furniture pieces? Are there any frames? Any objects? And I'd like for you to go into detail as what this looks like for you. There is no right or wrong. And you can go as deep into your details as far as the senses go. How does this room feel like? Is it cold? Is it warm? Is it bright? Is it dim? What does it smell like? This is your room. And we are going to call this room your sanctuary. So while we are in our sanctuary, we are going to decorate. We are going to create it as we need it to be. What would you like to add to your sanctuary? Are there certain lights that you'd like to add? Certain color scheme? Certain material? What kind of flooring is your room? Is there wallpaper? Is there music? How detailed can you get with your sanctuary? And in your sanctuary, I'd like for you to find an area in your room where you can place a mirror. This mirror shows your true expression, your true nature. How does this mirror look? Is it long? Is it gold? Is it frame? Is it short? Is it squared? How does your mirror look? And where will you place your mirror? In the corner, on the wall, behind the door. Wherever you place this mirror, it is up to you. And what I'd like for you to do is to go around your sanctuary, and I'd like for you to look at all the parts of your sanctuary, greeting every part of your sanctuary, from the walls to the ornaments to the furniture. And I'd like for you to end up in front of your mirror. And as you walk up to your mirror, I'd like for you to see yourself as you are. And in this moment, as you are seeing yourself as you are in your sanctuary, in your safe space, I'd like for you to acknowledge who it is that you see before yourself, what it is that you feel, with no judgment, with no apology. And whatever it is that you are receiving, I'd like for you to acknowledge it as this is a part of you, this is a part of your information on your self-development journey, on your journey of self-love. I'd like for you to place your hands on the mirror and see the reflection of your hands connected to the mirror. And I'd like for you, in your mind's eye and in your heart, to repeat after me. I love you. I am learning to love you. Thank you. Thank you for everything that you do for me. Thank you for being a part of this experience. Thank you for never allowing for anything that I cannot move through to occur. Thank you for being by my side. Thank you for not giving up on me. Thank you for being my friend. As long as you are here, as long as I am here, all is well. I will never leave you. You can count on me. I love you. Take a big inhale, big exhale. I'm reminding you that this is your own sanctuary and you can come back to the sanctuary as many times as you need to. I'd like for you to now go ahead and walk out of your sanctuary, closing the door and locking it behind you. Seal it with a kiss. Seal it with a hug. This place is only for you. Inquire within if there's anything else that you'd like to hear from yourself in this now moment. Nice job, everybody. Let's go ahead and take a big inhale here, big exhale. Wiggling your toes and your fingers. Welcoming yourself back into this Earth 3D plane. And when you're ready, you'll bring your arms overhead and take a big stretch like you woke up for the second time today. Maybe getting some yawns out. And then you'll turn over to the side into a cradle position on one side. Nice. And then when you're ready, you'll carefully come up to a seated position and come join me here. Very nice. Let's go ahead and make some noise for you, for yourself. Nice. Let's go ahead and rub our hands. We're going to do a nice little outro. And the outro is a bit of an energetic transmutation as well. And I would say this is a kind of like a Reiki work. So let's go ahead and rub our hands. Rub them, rub them, rub them. Rub it, rub it, rub it, rub it. And in the next 3 seconds, we're going to pause and just separate the hands. And you'll start to feel the pulse between your hands. And as you do that, you're going to start to give more energy between your hands. Let's go ahead and create this energetic ball between the hands. What color is this ball for you? Orange, yellow. Let's go ahead and flip the palms forward. You can close your eyes, open up the heart, open up the third eye. And let's visualize this beautiful bursting energy from the palms of your hands outward into your screen, outward into your area, your neighborhood, your city, your state. You are so powerful. Work with your energy and share the love and the light that you have for this world, for yourself, for this experience, to uplift and empower others. Where would you like this energy to go to? Very nice. Beautiful job, you guys. Excellent work today. Bring the hands together. Very nice. Excellent. I love you guys. So nice. So beautiful. Happy intuitive stretch. Happy Monday. Amazing work today. Know that today you transmuted, you integrated, you released a lot of things. Drink lots of water after this. You might want to have a journal next to you upon sleeping, because I know that some people receive messages or dreams after intuitive stretch classes. So beautiful. Thank you so much for joining today, you guys. And as I said before, we are going to pull some cards for you today. Each person gets 1 card. So we're going to try to do this in the next 30 minutes, because I know it's late already, and I know it's a Monday, and I know you guys have stuff to do. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I would love to hear your feedback. And a couple of announcements before we get into the readings, the personal readings. If you enjoy this, I would absolutely love for you to do the most. No, I really want to offer this for the world. So if you love this, feel free to follow the YouTube, follow us on Instagram. If you loved this so much that you want to gain access to more of these videos, I do have a Patreon, and for $5 a month, you not only support this, but you also gain access to these classes once a week live. You also get all the replays that have happened before. You also get access to dance cardio classes, because I'm a fitness instructor. So you get all of the things there. BTS, you get $5 off of any personal readings that you want. Go check that out. But also share this with a friend or a family member, and maybe even leave your feedback of this experience on the channel, like on this live later. That would be so cool. Okay. So let's see. We have some people responding. Um, do we have to start on the same side? I feel keen to start on my left personally. Oh, okay, cool. So whenever we do a stretch, by the way, I'm shuffling for our reading, guys. So Q&As. So Fluffy Pancakes ask, so do we have to start on the same side as you? I feel keen to start on my left personally. I love that. I love that so much. No, you can do whatever feels right for you. Like literally, if this is how much I enjoy you doing you, that sounded a little kinky. That's not what I meant, but you know what I mean. I enjoy that you take autonomy so much that if we're in a stretch and then we move out of the stretch and you're like, no, Ivy, like I really liked it. I want to stay here longer. I hope you stay there longer. So you can always start on whatever side you'd like, Fluffy Pancakes, 100%. And actually, you starting on your left, interesting. That's feminine energy on the left side of the meridian of the body. Very cool, interesting. At the end, can you please re-explain the card pull you did? Sure, Arissa, I will, absolutely. Let me just get through the messages and then I'll get right back to that as we dive into this. Thank you for joining us, Arissa. Fluffy Pancake says, that was amazing. Wow. I love that. That's amazing. Gabby says, God, thank you so much, my friend. That's so nice. Fluffy Pancake says, I am so joyous. This was so awesome. Oh my gosh. I love that. I love that so much. That's really what I want to do. And if I can be honest with you, I never thought that I would be doing this, you guys. If you're like, what do you mean? Like I want to say was, I guess I still am, whatever, former dancer, a professional dancer, entertainer. And then I moved to New York and then I learned the difference between like applause and cause because I entered group fitness and I learned about teaching adults group fitness. So all the things that I learned being on stage and being a performer and feeling like the connection of things, like I did that in a group fitness way. And then it offered me the opportunity to offer stretching. And then I fell in love with the stretching aspect to adults because I'm like, everyone cares about nap time for kids, but like, what about us? So I loved this modality. And then the pandemic hit and I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And then a bunch of my clients were like, can you stretch with us? And can you also do this stuff, like the mystical stuff? So I was like, okay. So then I put it together and here we are. So I'm so happy that this serves you, Fluffy Pancakes and Gabs and Sharon and Chris and Arissa. It's amazing. Chris says, I needed that. It helped me so much. My hips are so tight. Oh my gosh, amazing. And listen, Chris, you can always come back to that. Like on the channel, you'll see that I have videos, short videos, like 5-minute videos, specifically for lower back or tight hips. And you can always also just do the stretches that we did as well. That can also help you. So, you can do that. Arissa says, thank you. I subscribed to the channel. I can't wait to do this again. Amazing. Love that for us. Genesis, feel a sense of relief in my hips too. Amazing, you guys. Okay, so while we are doing this last portion, feel free to also get into a comfortable position, get cozy, grab some water. Like I said, they're going to be only one card pulls just because it is a little bit late already. And I don't want to, drag you guys through this. So Ashley, feeling too good on a Monday now. Girl. I love that for you. Yeah, man, we need stretching too, as adults. Like the one thing I will say as we get older, think about it. Will we always be able to run? Will we always be able to lift weights? Will we always be able to no. But stretching you can do forever. And it offers so much relief. All right. So going back to the oracle, Arissa was asking if we can explain the message for the group today. So in short, Arissa, because I did a pretty lengthy reading, but in short, today's message was about us embracing more of the now moment that we are in and not fighting it so much, because the embracing is ultimately going to open up our capacity to receive. And in that process of receiving, what happens is the third eye, which is your center point for inner guidance as to how you can manifest or how you can pull things in or how you can, create the life that you want, essentially. This then opens up it opens the opportunities for you because your heart opens up as well, because your receptivity. You see what I'm saying? How can you manifest? How can you pull something in if you're blocked? If you're saying, no, I'm going to protect this. No, right? Limit. So essentially, that was the message for us today as a collective, is to say for all of us, we need to start embracing our now moment. We need to start embracing our partnerships, embracing collaborations, embracing our now moment, and seeing how that then inspires us to go forward in our life. And then the storyteller card came out saying, like, you hold the pen in your hand. The past, the present, the future, all of that is up to you. You're here now, embrace now, and your whole future can be rewritten just because of the now moment. The future is only set based off of the now, right? The future is only, like, the potency in the future, it lies in the present. So you see what I'm saying? If I'm launching something outward, like a rock, let's say, I'm pulling it back, the degree of how far it'll go is in how much I'm pulling back in the now moment. You see? So it's to say, like, how deep are you experiencing this now moment, and how much can you bring in? That's the bandwidth. So anybody else too, by the way, you're intuitives. You guys are intuitive AF too. Remember what I said? I'm just a guide. So if you received a certain information or a perspective on the reading today, please feel free to share with Arissa as well. Genesis would love a general reading for Taurus. Okay, awesome. So here's what we're going to do. Since Genesis kind of started this up, we'll have Genesis go first, and let's do this in first come, first serve. So in any fashion, however you want to do it, in an emoji way or in your name, feel free to actually write down something pertaining to the oracle. You can write down me, you can write down your name, you can say oracle, you can write down anything, and that'll be in the order of how I'm going to read for you, okay? Okay. Excuse me, by the way. Sometimes, listen, as a guide, as an intuitive, as someone who downloads and channels messages, the deeper I get into it, it's funny, guys. Like my confirmations are through the OG fam knows, but like through chills, like through goosebumps. It's a big confirmation. Like sometimes I'll see it in my mind's eye, kind of like what happened earlier with Caitlin, I believe. Remember Caitlin? I was like, I see someone laying down with covers, and you were like, that's me. So sometimes I'll see it in my mind's eye, and sometimes it'll confirm here. But lately, as I get older, it's like this is opening up more, and I have so many different ways of confirmation, like burping. Ew. I don't know. Anyways, here we go. So in the order, we will do, oh my God, Arissa, I love that. I love that you said, can't wait to do this again. Oh, in 2 weeks, October 14th, Monday. It's a date. You and I, you guys. October 14th. Oh my gosh, October 14th, and maybe you can invite a friend. Like bring a friend, you get it? And they don't even have to be in the same state. They don't even have to be living with you. They don't have to be with you. You can just be like, hey, come take this class with me. And they're gonna be like, no, what do you mean class? Are you crazy? And you're gonna be like, dude, it's online. And like you can drink tea. Shoot, you can do anything you want while you're online with it. Stretch, meditate, drink tea, drink coffee, do it in your bed. Like it's so chill. You don't even have to get up. All right, so in this order, Genesis will go first, and then we will have Arissa, and then we will have Chris, and then we will have Caitlin, and then we will have Gabby, and then Ashley, and then Fluffy Pancakes. This is amazing. Chris, how can I donate for the reading I'm getting today? That is so sweet. Okay, well, let me put this here. Can you imagine the day that Intuitive Stretch on YouTube gets monetized and we can do the super chats? That's a dream. Super chat. And I'll be like, oh my God, Chris, thank you for that $1 super chat. Woo! Okay. Anyways, so Venmo. You can Venmo me. Here's my info. I'm going to put this down. It's very sweet, Chris. Shout out to Chris. Brum, 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 brum. This is me pulling the, anyways, the bell. All right. That's amazing. So, shall we? Highest vibrational messages for, also Genesis, do you want a love general reading for Taurus or do you want a love general reading for you? Be specific. The power or potency in your answers lies in the detail and potency of your question. Remember that for anything, even if it's with me or with someone else, okay? Oh, yeah, man, I have to be monetized. It's funny because I have another YouTube channel that I've been doing more like fitness-based mystical things called Fitness Mystic, and that one is getting closer to it, but I'm like, we got to bring it here, Intuitive Stretch. We will in time. I believe in it. And you guys are, I'm so grateful for this already. Like, super chat or not, you guys. You will be there soon. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Chris. You're so kind. I send you so much love, so much light. All right. So Genesis, let me know. Ooh, for me. Okay, got it. Okay, so here we go. And also, those of you who are staying and listening, thank you so much. Like Genesis, you know how it is. These people are here just like waiting for the reading, but they're also giving you the respect and the space to open up. And for everyone else, just so you know, before or after, those of you who are staying, thank you. Thank you for giving this person the space to listen. Thank you for holding like the space here safely for them. Yeah, thank you. All right, because in the personal readings, guys, I do not hold back. Not that I held back in the general for us, but like I'm gonna go in. All right, so let's do this. Highest vibrational messages, highest vibrational love messages pertaining to Genesis. What is the messages for Genesis regarding love, intimacy, love and intimacy? I'm getting chills already in the back of my shoulders, Genesis. I'm seeing, I don't know why I just saw the streets, a red car, the streets. I'm just going to say random things. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If it doesn't pertain to you, don't take it. I definitely see a nighttime. I saw nighttime, the streets, red car. I don't know what that means. Okay, keep going. Highest vibrational messages for Genesis. I want to say Genesis Enriquez. Love reading. Messages for love, for Genesis. Messages for Genesis, for love. Thank you. All right, let's do it. Highest vibrational messages for Genesis regarding love and intimacy. What does Genesis need to know about love, about her intimacy? Thank you for these messages. All right. Whoa. All right. Well, first and foremost, off the bat, Jen, I just want to say that and this group especially, because we did already a reading. Boom. All right. That was very quick to the point. But we already did the general reading, so I want us to tie in the reading that we had for the group plus your personal reading equals the sum of your message today. Does that make sense, you guys? So with that being said, today we were talking about tender embrace. Tender embrace deals with the heart chakra. The heart does deal with love. Other parts of the body do too, like the different center points, but the heart specifically in that reading does. And that was already Genesis about you opening up your heart and just embracing more. Be ready to receive. You know, like maybe you're someone who's very good at giving, being there for others. But it's also like, how are you receptive to love in different languages and different ways of receiving it, right? People have different ways of showing love language. All right, so here's a message for you today. You got one specific card that came out for you, and then you have the bottom of the deck. So, I just got super chills. Okay. Oh my gosh. I just want to put this on. I don't think it'll help me, but whatever. Makes me feel like it. It's not a bad thing that I get this. It's just like chills is like, Okay, so essentially the card that comes forward for you, Jen, is number 1, Earth Magic. Earth Magic. Okay, The reason why this is really interesting is because this is the first card of the entire deck. Like the first. There's nothing before it. It's just this. Earth magic is essentially the root chakra. The root chakra is about your sense of security. Sense of security. It's also primal. It's primal instincts. And the fact that this is the first card in the deck, it's suggestive that this is like a new endeavor. Like there is something new. You are shifting, you are elevating into a new experience. The fact that there's bare feet on the soil, it's you working in tandem with earth energies. And you're a Taurus. You were saying like love reading, general reading for Taurus. Taurus is earth. Like Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, like in astrology, Earth is Taurus. Taurus is Earth. So the fact that you have Earth magic is to say like there is something brewing. There are no coincidences, I feel. Take what resonates, leave the rest. But there are no coincidences that you are inquiring about love and that the first card of the deck is coming up forward to talk about your sense of security and how it pertains to the initiation or the beginning of something brand new. Because again, this isn't there's another card in this deck that talks about starting anew, but it's like starting anew from already something that you've been doing. This is like fresh. This is like fresh. I don't know if you're changing the game up. I don't know if you know, you're expecting someone that is completely new than what you're used to, like, new on paper, new in physicality, just new in general. But something is brewing. There's something new for you regarding love because we did inquire about love. Number one is the number of initiation. And the root here, when it comes to love, this is kind of suggesting for you to check in with your sense of security with yourself, and your sense of security in, because it's an earth card. So as a Taurus, it's almost like you want security. You want to be like sure that you're like, I'm good, right? Like I can make that decision. I can go for that person, or like I can, like you need to make sure, like you need to be so secure that you feel like you can say yes or you can go forward. And this is kind of saying like, this is probably where you're at right now. This is kind of like the opportunity right here. It's the soil, it's soiling. It's giving like it's fruitful, right? Like there's the right soil for you to start marinating that. So if anything, I would say like take the leap of faith. Take the leap of faith. And like we said with the reading before, tender embrace. There's something about the root chakra and the heart for you today because you're inquiring about love. So it's like receiving, start trusting a little bit more, embrace the ups and the downs. If there's a little bit of if there's a fork in the road, so to speak, for you regarding love, I would say calm down, take a second, and instead of letting the energy rush up to the head, you need to get into your body because this is the root. So get into the body, get into your root, get into your own sense of security so that you know how to then move forward in your love dealings. Bottom of the deck for you is number 36. Number 36 is a third eye card. And this is seeing beyond. Huh. So exactly. I don't know if there's something in love right now that's coming forward that's kind of maybe impacting you or prohibiting you from actually taking that leap forward or taking that step forward and being like, okay, fine, yes, I'm going to go there. Maybe there's something that you don't feel secure in 1000% in order to go forward. But this is suggesting like, trust in this. The soil is ripe for you to lean into love. There's a new calling for you of elevation, of you stepping forward in a new way of love. It's almost like I don't know why I want to say this, but it's almost like you're going from the 5th grade to the 6th grade. Like you're going from elementary to middle, that kind of energy. And seeing beyond is kind of is saying that it's like you're going to start seeing beyond the limitations of what you've experienced when it comes to love. Boom. Okay, that's it. I just really felt that release. That's what it is for you. You're going to start seeing beyond the limitations that you have. And the way through it is through embracing all that it is. So go on that date. Say yes to that person, even if you're like, they're not exactly to the T of what I expect or want. Start doing that. The soil is ripe. Like, start going on those dates, start saying yes, start believing, embrace the moment, embrace the chapter that you're in, and you'll start to see beyond the limitations or beyond what things just look like right now. Just trust, have faith. That's the message for you. I really feel that. Oh, good. Look, wow, resonates with me. Okay, exactly. I don't know why I felt like there is something blocked. Like, not I don't know if it's an actual physical thing that's blocked or if it's internal, but I don't know. But it feels like there's something kind of prohibiting you from being like, fuck it, yeah. There's just something. And this is saying, like, just trust, wusa, take a step forward. It's ripe. It'll show in time. Okay? I'm excited for you. And I just got chills here on the left side, feminine. I know this is your right side, guys. YouTube, come on now. All right. Nice work. Love that, Genesis. Mwah. Thank you for showing up today for yourself, for the rest of the Intuitive Stretch family. And please make sure to share this or give this a like. Make sure you're following on the YouTube. I know that you follow us and you have been a Patreon fan. This is why I love my peeps. Look, Genesis has, and so has Gabby, has been on the Patreon before, and then they've left the Patreon, and then they've come back, and then they've left. Like, this is a space for you guys to enjoy and actually empower yourself through your self-development process. I just want to be here for you guys whenever you need. I don't expect you guys to be holding hands for the rest of your life. Like, no, we evolve. But I definitely want to be here at Platform for wellness, for self-development. Okay, so nice work, Genesis. Who is next? I believe I said Arissa was next. Okay, Arissa Podraza. All right. Nice. And if there's anything specifically that you guys are wanting to know about, because I'm working with the chakras right now. So I'm working with like your themes of life and what you're transmuting or what you're transforming. That's what this deck is about, like what you're transforming. If that resonates, awesome. Or if you're like, I kind of want to know more deeply about like love specifically, like how Genesis did, you can ask that too. Or if it's career, or if it's financial, or whatever, okay? All right, so Arissa, let's see what you're transforming in this now moment. Let's see what the messages are for you, Arissa. Arissa. Oh, and as always, like I say, if I call you, if you can just confirm that you are here still and that you are excited or that you're ready for your reading so that I know that I'm reading to you and not to nothing. All right. By the way, you guys, this will not be on the replay. I have a way of editing on YouTube. We are learning. So this part will not be for the world. This will be cut off. Okay?